Hello everyone, here we are with one of my famous walk and talks with our second principle in the Think and Grow Rich series. And so our second principle here is we are walking through this beautiful woods. Here I am, I'm Walt, and this is our series. So, the second principle here is faith, okay? Now, it's said in recent editions of Think and Grow Rich, the editors will mention that a better term instead of faith for the modern usage might be belief. Because this is really what Napoleon Hill is going after. It's not like religious faith, which is basically what the modern meaning of faith is, okay? But instead, this one is all about believing in yourself. So, we talked about desire last time when I introduced this series, it being all about, hey, you know what? We need to have people wanting things that are right things, okay? So you gotta actually desire things in order to achieve them, at a self level, okay? And it's better if you have people fueled by their desires and not by, say, their fears, because ultimately that's gonna trip them up in the long run. Now, faith is probably the biggest step that so many people miss out on when it comes to this kind of stuff, because people think, okay, I've got my desire here and now I'm just going to achieve it. So I got my desire, now I'm going to take an action plan and we got this. But here's the big step that basically everybody will miss out on at some point when they're trying to be successful. And this one is to have faith in your own abilities. Now, what this means is basically to believe in yourself before you're successful at it. And this is something so many people are not great at. I think of it like if you're going to be trying to land a rocket, say, on Mars, then people think, okay, I have a desire for this rocket to go to Mars. I'm going to, now just fire it and it's going to go to Mars. And they forget that they needed to aim it properly. We have to leave only in the spring because that's the only chance we have to get to Mars. And we have to, get this trajectory, this angle, all that kind of stuff. And so you really need to do these things, otherwise you're not going to be able to make it to Mars successfully. And that's why a lot of people do not succeed, is because they forget to aim. Now, what are you aiming in this case? See, you're aiming your subconscious mind. So you have to have your subconscious mind on board to help you out in this process, okay? Your subconscious mind needs to be your friend and not your foe. Now, as we're going to talk about in our next principle about autosuggestion a little bit, but I might as well mention it now because this is where it's most relevant. The subconscious mind is the powerhouse of the mind, and it's something that needs to be programmed, okay? Because naturally, most of our subconscious minds are exposed to things that are negative, that are about lack, that are about us not achieving things, and so we constantly have beliefs about that and not about achievement. So the idea here is that with faith, we can turn that around, particularly through the process of autosuggestion. We can program into our subconscious mind a more successful picture of who we want to be. And when you do that, the energy of the subconscious mind jumps on board with you instead of working against you. And that can make a huge difference in how much you're going to succeed. Because when you have personal faith, when you really have belief in your abilities, you have a lot of power. Because you need to be able to believe that you can do things that you can't yet do, okay? Because if you don't have the belief, a lot of us are going to give up easily. Often our subconscious mind will believe things that we can't do all the time. It'll be like, oh, you can't do that. You've never done that before. Well, you can't really do something you haven't done before until you start doing it. And so there's going to be a lot of failure at the beginning. There's going to be a lot of struggle just to get through it. And the more your subconscious mind is with you, the better that process is going to be, because when you fall down, he's going to be there to catch you to say, you know what, this is all going to work out fine. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be great, kind of thing. And he's going to say, you can do this, because the more you can give yourself that picture of who you want to be and what you can do, the better you're going to be able to achieve what you want to there. And that's exactly what this is all about. So, when you can use this process of faith, okay? Particularly paired with our next principle, so watch the next video in this series on this one, all about autosuggestion. The more you can believe in yourself, the more personal faith you have in what you can do, the better you're going to be able to succeed. So get faith into your mind. Get yourself to believe in yourself. This is one of the biggest principles here. I would say that Think and Grow Rich almost comes down to just desire, belief, and action. Belief being my substitute for faith here. And so, yeah, I think that is almost like most of it. But the other principles can be definitely fine-tuned and very useful. And so we're going to go through the whole series. But yeah, thanks for tuning in for part 2. I will see you guys next time with our third part in Think and Grow Rich. I'm Walt. I'll see you next time.